So we are eating dinner without our baby every day.
Yeah, every day.
And it's
And we
quite
have the
nice.
rest of the night to ourselves. It's pretty chill.
Every night is date night.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
Maybe something like a yay, yay, you know.
That's not me. So yeah.
You made that so lame.
I made it lame.
So lame.
I made it lame?
Yes, what a stick in the mud.
It was lame. I just refused to be a part of it. So
Get on my nerves. Get on
but
my
anyway.
nerves.
Yeah, this girl.
Did you throw that toy on the floor?
She just threw the toy on the floor. She's very active on the changing table these days. Her attention is very short. Her attention span is very short, so we try to distract her as much as we can. Sometimes we gotta pin her down.
Oh, okay. These songs are way too short, y'all. Way too short.
So like I'm having to pin her down right now so that she doesn't flip and turn while all this nastiness is in her. Baby. Baby.
It's around 7, then we start this routine of winding down. And y'all, this routine is so effective, it puts her mama to sleep.
That's
7
not hard to
o'clock,
do.
6, it works, y'all. It works.
What's
Hey,
up, everybody?
y'all.
Welcome back to the channel, The Brawley Story. I'm Brandon.
I'm Christy.
And baby Bella is down sleeping, which is totally fitting for this video.
Right.
Which we talk about how we get our little baby to sleep 12 hours a night.
Yep.
At least sometimes more.
Sometimes 13,
yes.
15, 14.
Yeah, you know, occasionally 14. But yeah, we're blessed. And she's been sleeping for a long time. But before we get into all of that, we want to make sure we remind you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon. It definitely does help.
So y'all, everybody was trying to scare us about all the horror stories of having a newborn baby.
Yep.
All of our friends, you know who you are, that have children, that try to scare us.
Try to just straight up discourage. We have friends laugh at us like,
Exactly.
you ain't never gonna sleep. Well, joke's on you. I've been sleeping great. Joke on you.
Now, yes, we all need our occasional naps, of course.
For sure.
But we're here to testify that babies can sleep through the night, even as early as 6 weeks.
Bella was sleeping through the night.
Yes, I said it. 6 weeks old, y'all. She was sleeping through the night.
Crazy. But now, I mean, what's interesting is, so one thing you'll know about the Brawleys is we hit everything with a plan. Everything we do has a plan.
That's right.
I mean, we plan what we're gonna eat for the weekend on Monday. We plan, you know, all types of stuff, you know, trips and different things. So we constantly are planning.
Yep.
And so when people tell us, you know, oh, you're not gonna be able to sleep, we say, okay. So we started doing some research. I mean, and really, and even though I'm usually the main researcher, my wife was like, I got to have my sleep. One thing you learn about this Brawley right here is she has to have sleep.
I must.
It's crazy.
I must sleep.
I mean,
not a little bit. Not even just like a 6 hours. I need 8 hours. 7 is minimum.
7 to 9 is what she tells me all the time.
Lots of benefits to sleep. I'm a happier me.
She is
Happier and healthier.
And it's the strangest thing. Sometimes when she wakes up in the morning, she'll be like, oh man, what time is it? How long was I asleep? I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I had 8 hours. Oh, I'm fine. She would subconsciously make herself
Kinda
be
true.
fine just because she told herself she had 8 hours.
He'll be like, oh man, I'm so tired. I'm like, didn't you get 9 hours of sleep last night? Yeah, but I'm still tired.
The difference is I have sleep
no
insomnia.
sympathy.
I have sleep.
No
I have
sympathy.
insomnia, so maybe like 3 days in a row I had 3 hours of sleep, and then one day I get 9. That don't make up. You got to do the math.
But those of you who don't believe in sleep, you night owls out there, there's so many benefits to your health, your fitness, your sanity. You'll be nicer. You got to get the sleep. You got to get it.
Man, so anyway, we started on our journey of researching what to do to get this baby to sleep before we even had her. We
Yeah.
started reading some books. My wife read some books.
So the first book I read before I even got pregnant, my sister recommended it, called Supernatural Childbirth by Jackie Mize. This book is mind-blowing, life-changing. So it just gave me like, it just made me believe like anything is possible. Do not settle for the status quo. So I just started praying, and I have been like just expecting that my experience is going to be, the Lord says children are a blessing. So I'm like, blessing for me? Blessing for me. I mean, yes, every blessing comes with a challenge, but I was believing that if other people's babies can sleep through the night, so can mine. So I read The Baby Sleep Solution. I read Babywise, and you guys can check the description. I'll put those books down there, as well as...
And we're not affiliates, so it's just literally to help parents.
Right. Moms on Call. And I created my own plan, our own plan, taking the similarities from each strategy and then deciding what's realistic for us. Because anything like too technical, we're just not down.
No, yeah. So some people's approach was real technical and like
how many
step
ounces of
1,
milk
step 2, step 80
in the middle of the night, just...
So yeah, and then you got to measure
technical.
the milk and all that. Was way too much. So for us, which was most helpful for you?
Most helpful was Babywise, because they go more so off a cycle. That's much easier to remember. So if you have to like look at notes every day, you're probably not gonna do it right.
When we got Bella to start going to sleep, she was 6 weeks old.
6 weeks.
So we had a couple of nights where before that she kept us up. You know, not a whole lot, but a couple of times that she would not go to sleep.
Tell them about those crazy nights.
I mean, they weren't that crazy, but crazy enough. She was just screaming.
Well, the first couple of nights she was home from the hospital, then she slept well.
She did.
Blocks of 4 hours, 5 hours. So it started off like, okay, we can do this. Then she started trying to find her sleep pattern. She
wasn't sure night from day for a while, for a few days.
Yeah, it was only a few days. So, but
Yeah.
these few days were like something serious.
Yeah.
She woke up every hour, one of those nights.
Yeah.
Then every 30 minutes, one of those nights.
Yeah. Yep.
And we were still at that stage where, Dad feels like he's still tired from labor. And
I was tired from labor. I did a lot of work during that labor.
He was great. I will not deny he was a phenomenal coach. But
man, I was exhausted. It was almost 24 hours, and my body was sore because my wife was having me do counter pressures on her body for almost that entire time.
Yeah, he did great. He showed that lifting those weights paid off. He has some strong hands and forearms. But so when we decided to start sleep training, was you can do it based off weight from our research, or age, or both. So she was going to sleep sometime between 9 and 11:30 in the first 6 weeks of life when we started getting into a rhythm. And that was cool and all, but we had to like swaddle her and then like wait for her to fall asleep and then put her down. So it was all dependent on when she fell asleep. So y'all, we were hustling. It's like, okay, I need to make sure that she's swaddled before she falls asleep, because then I'm gonna wake her back up by trying to swaddle her. So I would try to have her swaddled when I could tell she's starting to get sleepy, then feed her, and then as soon as she falls asleep, hurry up and put her in her bassinet, which is still in our room.
Yeah, but then we started putting her on a schedule.
Right, and that came at 6 weeks.
So, so I guess we can describe to you the schedule.
At around 7 o'clock, we would get her changed. We're experienced now, so we know 2 diapers at night.
Yeah, this baby blows out of these diapers every night. It is like, you remember that scene off of Daddy Daycare? You walk into the bathroom and it's like looking all over the place. Like, oh my God. That's how it is with this baby with 1 diaper. It is wild.
So the most important thing is that you do the same thing the same way every day.
Every day, so she can depend on it.
Every day. So it's like you are conditioning her mind to know that when this series of events happens, it's not nap time. This is nighttime. Not nap time, but night time. So I'm going to sleep for a long time. So we get her dressed. We put 2 diapers on. Like we said, 2 diapers.
Got to.
Do the lotion massage. And we will read her a story, but we would feed her, and then you turn on the white noise. You could turn on the white noise before or after feeding time, but as long as before you put her in her crib or bassinet. So you turn on the white noise, you put her in the bassinet. Oh, you have to make sure that the curtains are closed.
Blackout curtains. Blackout curtains.
Blackout curtains.
Yeah, don't want no sheer stuff. You need to make sure that no light is getting through, so she's out.
Because depending on the season, it could be bright outside, light outside. In fact, Isabella goes to sleep at 6 in the summertime. In springtime, it's still light outside, just like this. So blackout curtains are a must.
That's right. Because yeah, she's going to bed so early, it is still bright outside a lot of the times in the spring and summer. So.
And then close the door. Remember that you have to have a routine. You can make your routine your own. You can do a little dance, turn on some lullabies. Oh, I did start with lullabies. But you can make your routine your own as long as it's the same every day. The white noise will make them feel like they're back in the womb, in that comfortable place. They love loud noises, vacuum cleaners, blenders, whatever. But that's the idea behind the white noise. So that's key, and the blackout curtains. Everything else, up to you. Make it your own. So after we have her fully ready for bed, we have the white noise on. We put her in her crib or her bassinet.
Right.
Then we close the door.
Yeah.
And bounce.
Yep, we're gone. Skedaddle. We got to go.
Skedaddle. I haven't heard that one in a long time.
Really? Yeah, you got to skedaddle out of there, man. You just run. Because if you linger.
So you got to close the door. Close the door. And after she's been crying for 5 minutes, at that age, you come back. You got to check, make sure nothing else is wrong. Do not pick her up, though. If we were to do that, then we would be conditioning her that every time she cries, we're gonna rescue her out of her crib or bassinet.
And that's just not an option.
No. So what do? We don't do the cried out method where we let the baby cry for an hour and you just like,
yeah,
they'll
that almost
eventually
seems
fall
like abuse.
asleep.
Sometimes it's abusive.
Borderline abusive. No judgment for those who do that, but nah.
We don't do that in our house.
There's a limit on that. So 5 minutes as a newborn, and then you leave her in there where we would like pat her, rub her, tell her it's okay, sweetie. Reassure her that we're here, we love her, and then bounce again.
Yep.
You do that a few times. Good thing for me, I hate to hear my baby cry, y'all. She would cry for like 2 minutes and she was done. She would go to sleep. But ultimately,
she's like her mom in that sense. I mean, her mom goes to sleep. She gets grumpy too right before bed too, and she ain't got to go to sleep.
I'm a morning person, not a night owl. When the sun goes down, so do I.
I feel like that's when I come alive. Oh man.
After checking on her a few times, she sleep for the night, we're all good. And those of us who hate to hear our babies cry, which should be everybody, we have to remind ourselves that this is for their good and ours. I mean, when babies are well rested, just like us, they're less irritable, they're happier, they're more content during the daytime, and they're healthier. Same thing for parents. We don't have to be on edge and irritable. You ever felt like you just borderline, like you could crack at any moment, like you just on the edge, like, don't you look at me wrong, because you are that exhausted?
It's true.
So it is good for the peace of the household and for our health.
One time I was tired. This was before Bella. This is actually before we were married, and we were going on a trip. We were going out on an outdoor trip. It required us to get up real early in the morning at the
yes, I remember
crack of dawn. And my wife is in the morning. She's like, "Oh, hey, you ready?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "What's wrong?" "I'm angry." "Why are you angry?" "Because I'm tired." You know, so I mean, it happens, you know.
Yeah.
It be like that sometimes.
It be like that sometimes.
It be like that sometimes.
So it really doesn't take more than a week to condition babies to understand that this means bedtime and you're gonna go to sleep for the night. So it was awesome. At 6 weeks of age, Isabella was sleeping about 6 to 8 hours through the night. Then at 8 weeks of age, it's recommended from one of our readings that her bedtime be moved earlier to 7:30. So start putting her to bed at 7:30. That worked. Then she was sleeping until the same time in the morning, so it's added hours onto it.
Right.
And then she pushed her own bedtime to 6 o'clock, y'all. I mean, wiping the eyes, very clear, getting whiny, clingy, and getting excited when we would move towards the bed. So she started going to sleep around 6, 12 hours through the night, sometimes 13, sometimes 14. Thank you, Lord.
Man, it's been fantastic. You don't even know. And in your face, friends, that was talking all that yin-yang. In your face.
Right, but hopefully this will encourage some of you out there who are who have a baby already and are not sleeping very well, or you're planning to have one and you would like to sleep. So it's really not that hard, guys. It honestly just took persistence for us, just consistency. Us being disciplined helped her to be disciplined. So we came up with our own routine that we did at the same time every day, the same way, and she was able to connect the dots and know this means I'm going to sleep, not for a nap, but for the night.
She knows.
Not a nap, but the night.
So yeah, this is our routine with baby Bella, how we get our sleep. Hopefully it's helpful to somebody out there, you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, definitely like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon. Leave us a comment. Let us know what age your baby started sleeping, or what your biggest concern is for that. Not that we're experts, but we just love to hear your thoughts or your questions and things like that. And we do reply to comments. So
this is just another part of the Brawley story. Our bedtime routine, sleep training Isabella so we can get those Z's.
And something else.
Wow. Anyway, remember, y'all, that life is what you make it. So be intentional and make your story worth living, no matter who tells you you can't sleep.
Yeah. Get your sleep.
Till next time, y'all.
Peace and sleep.
Ew.
I don't even know how she understands that concept. We sniff her, you know, and wave our hands in front of our noses like, yeah, that stinks. She will actually just bust out laughing generally. Ooh.